Hey, Noah, God's got a crazy idea for you. Build me an ark. A flood is coming and it'll be huge. Like by the time you finish it, you won't even recognize your street. Okay, Noah replies, grabbing his hammer and nails. No problem, God. Just give me the measurements. God gives him the measurements and Noah gets to work. But the more he builds, the more people walk by and laugh at him. Hey, Noah, what are you doing? You're building a boat. We're in the middle of a desert. There's not even any water around. This is ridiculous. Let's go get some ice cream. It'll cheer you up. I'm building an ark, Noah says, keeping his eyes on his work. That's an ark, the neighbor says, taking a big bite of his ice cream. I've heard they're pretty cool. You can fit rainbows in them. Can you fit an elephant in there? Because that would be super cool. Or maybe a zebra, or a monkey holding a banana, or a chicken with its wings out like this. That would be so cool. Building an ark is going to take a lot of animals, Noah says. Maybe I should have listened to God and made it smaller. You sure do seem to be getting a lot of wood, the neighbor says, wiping off his cone. Actually, I think we need a little bit more. I'm going to cut down some more trees right now, Noah says. After a while, the neighbor goes home and looks at the massive ark that Noah has built. He turns to his wife. I think Noah finally lost it. Building something that big takes a lot of energy. Luckily, he has lots of helpers. Yep, all of his sons and daughters are here helping too. Well, most of them are. Ham, can you get some more nails from the shed? And Japheth, could you help Shem over there? And to the girls, could you organize everything once it's finished? We're gonna need a good system. It's probably gonna rain tomorrow, Jephthah says, looking up at the sky. We better finish this today then, Noah says, getting back to work. The next day, all of the animals have arrived. Every single one. 2 of every kind, male and female, just like God said. Look, a giraffe. Hi there, little one. Welcome aboard. And a hippo. Hi there, Mr. Hippo. Welcome aboard. Oh, look, an elephant. Hi there, Mrs. Elephant. Welcome aboard. And 2 zebras, 2 monkeys, 2 parrots, 2 dogs, 2 cats, 2 mice, 2 rats. They're all here. The last animal arrives. It's a dove. Welcome aboard. Thank you for coming. Now let's get everybody organized. We've got 7 days before the rain starts. Just then the neighbor peeks his head in. Hey, Noah, you almost finished. It looks awesome. So, where are you guys going in this boat? We're going everywhere, the dove says, taking a look around. This is a pretty sweet ride. Actually, we're not going anywhere. We're staying right here. All of us, the animals and all of the people, we're all going to stay here while the whole world gets washed away by the flood. Then we'll sail out to start a new world. That's crazy, the neighbor says, backing out the door. I think I'm going to go check on my crops one last time. Maybe I'll plant some more seeds. You never know. As the door closes behind him, the first raindrop falls. Then another and another. Soon, it's pouring. Shem, grab the door, Noah says, and everyone rushes to the door just as it shuts. So yeah, that was crazy, huh? All those people who thought you were nuts, they were wrong. Yep, they were. But you know what? God always proves his plans right. In the end, the only thing that matters is faith. And that looks pretty crazy until it starts to rain. Then it looks like this. Hey, if you trusted God for your salvation, would you jump off that boat? Because God's plan always floats. Hey, Superbook fans! Welcome to the first episode of our brand new series, Stories of the Bible. Today we're going to hear about Noah building his ark. But before we dive in, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss an exciting episode. Okay, let's get started. Once upon a time, God spoke to Noah and told him to build a giant wooden ship. Why? Because God was going to send a great flood to cover the earth. But Noah would be safe if he built an ark just like God instructed. The ark would be huge, 300 cubits long, 50 cubits wide, and 30 cubits tall. That's about 450 feet long, 75 feet wide, and 45 feet tall. That's bigger than any boat today. So Noah got to work cutting down huge trees, making planks, and putting the pieces together. It took a lot of time and a lot of work. But finally, the ark was finished. Then God said, "It's time to bring the animals onto the ark 2 by 2. Male and female, lion and lamb, elephant and zebra, monkey and chicken. They all came to Noah. Somehow, he knew where to put each one as they crowded into the ark. It must have been a zoo. Then Noah and his family went inside too. His wife, his 3 sons, and their wives were all there when the door shut behind them. Then the rain began to fall. At first it was just a few drops. Then the sky opened up and water poured down. It was the beginning of 40 days and 40 nights of rain. The people outside watched as the water rose. At first, they laughed. They thought Noah and his crazy boat were a joke. But soon the water was covering the tops of the mountains, and when the wind blew, they could hear the roar of the animals on the ark. Maybe they should have listened to Noah and built a boat too. But the people weren't the only ones who thought Noah was crazy. When Noah's sons looked out the windows and saw the rain pouring down, they probably thought, "Dad was right. We should have listened to him and built an ark." Or maybe they complained about the smelly animals or how hard it was to keep everyone inside happy. But even when it was hard, Noah's family kept working together. They helped each other carry food and water and care for the animals. After a whole year, the rain finally stopped. Then Noah and his sons went out to check if the ground was dry. They were very happy to see that the sun was shining and the birds were flying overhead. All the animals were very excited to stretch their legs and breathe fresh air again. Noah had done everything God had asked. He built the ark, took care of the animals, and now he and his family could start a new life. Even though the world was covered in water, Noah's family knew God's plan would always float. We can learn an important lesson from Noah. Sometimes God asks us to do something that seems impossible or even crazy, like when he asked Noah to build a giant boat in the middle of dry land. But God will never ask you to do something you can't do. And even when other people laugh at you and think you look crazy, you can trust God. He will help you do what he asks. Wow. Thanks for watching, Superbook fans. Which part of the story was your favorite? Was it when God told Noah to build an ark? What about when the animals came 2 by 2? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss an exciting episode. See you next time.